Alrighty.
Friends, welcome to... No, go ahead.
Is my head in the right place?
Yeah, more or less. Let's say yes. Welcome to Battletech Solaris Nights, episode 115. Hunter MacGregor versus Jaguar. Hunter, your opponent, the Bombardier, has called off with a cold this week and will be delayed another 2 weeks for you to fight. There's a lot going on in the stable. Elizabeth Carmelian is leaving. Cosmo, for some reason, is hanging out with multi-millionaire Trace Billings very publicly, while separated from his wife temporarily. Multiple people have recalled their mechs out of the mech bay, citing that they no longer trust the mech bay crew. There was, of course, the terrorist attack, and you've received text messages saying that the clothing that Seth was trying to give everyone has listening devices in it. Ernst Dieter Mueller also threw Cosmo off of his show. It's been a time. You haven't been involved in any of that. You and the boys and girls at the Mech Bay have been handcrafting. Now, let me be clear here. In Battletech, AutoCAD doesn't exist. There's no 3D printing for another 100 years. When they make a custom mech, they basically have to order the parts for it, and those parts are being hand-shaped by someone with a grinder. You know what I mean? You have created Hunter's Highlander, a new 100-ton variant of the venerable Highlander design, and it is an abomination against God. To gaze upon it is to gaze into the eyes of a hellmouth.
That it is. That it is.
Your entire being has been consumed in making this, and the local tech team that's working with you, minus Jay, since I believe you don't like Jay.
No, I'm fine with Jay.
Well, then Jay has been heavily involved in making sure that all of its traits activate. Because as we know, Jay is the one who uses space magic to bless your mechs and activate the battle mech traits.
Okay.
The other big news is that clan reloads and weaponry are no longer available, which means nothing for you.
Okay.
It's a big deal for most of the stable, though, since they all use clan weapons. Half of them do. Also on the books, the two new pilots, not including Alex, who is now presumed dead, Whiskey and Pixie, have indicated that they'd like to meet with you. If you have time, it's not a big deal. They just wanted to introduce themselves, but again, not a priority. Your new opponent for this cycle is the Jaguar.
Okay. So I guess the first thing, well, actually, we can wait and show off the mech when we get to that point.
Yeah.
I will meet with Whiskey and Pixie.
All right, you go out to meet with them on the airfield. They're in flight jumpsuits, leaning against their transgressors. It's every bit. It's not even Top Gun. It's like anime Air Force bullshit, right? They got huge aviator dark sunglasses. They're both smoking cigarettes. When they start approaching you, they first do the Top Gun double high five. The man steps forward first, takes a cigarette out of his mouth and says, Hunter MacGregor, good to meet with you. The name's Whiskey. This here is Pixie, my flight partner.
Well, very nice to meet you both, and I must say I'm a big fan of what your call sign represents, so I think we'll get along just fine.
All right. Both of them move to shake your hand. They have incredibly strong grips, especially for pilots. Pixie looks like she might be Whiskey's sister, as far as you could tell, with both of them being fully covered up and wearing huge aviators, right? You can't see a lot, but they have a very similar build, and she says, we're former investigators for the Capellan Confederation. But when we got here, we decided to take our dreams to the next level. We fly now. We fly. We're not half bad either. Good enough to make it into the arena. Then they do another double high five, but then they do like a couple personal.
I totally understand. Solaris is a great place to reinvent yourselves.
All right, Whiskey finally takes off his sunglasses and says, "Son, I don't need to reinvent myself. I know exactly who I am. I wanted to talk to you about that because I know who you are. I'm good at getting a read on people, and I think you're going to be the next stable champion. Seth is on the out. I don't know what that clanner's doing, but he's crazy. All of the other clanners and clan lovers, they're crazy too. There's no way the investors are going to back them. They're going to want someone who's at the top of their game like you. No nonsense. That's just good business sense," he says as he puts the sunglasses back on.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I'll say that nonsense is kind of the watchword here at the stable, so you never know exactly what's going to happen from week to week.
No, in my book, you're number one around here. You're the top dog. And when you win today, you're going to pass Adam Kosecki, and you're going to prove that you're the one who should be in the highest seat.
Well, I certainly appreciate that, and welcome to the stable. Is there anything that I can do to help you all get acquainted here?
No. Is there anything we can do to help you?
Just be watching my match.
Yeah. He turns and looks at Pixie, who also nods. You get the idea that they're not taking that as a casual request. They're now taking that as an order. Yeah, we'll watch real close.
I'm gonna be fielding a new mech this week, so I hope that you enjoy the performance.
I'll keep an eye on it. An eagle eye, he says. When he does that, Pixie goes, "Caca!" Because we're pilots.
Of course.
All right, they do another handshake to break up the conversation before heading out.
Perfect. Okay. I would like to research my opponents.
The Jaguar?
The Jaguar.
Very well. Should know that the Jaguar is a unaffiliated. She technically is a member of a stable, but she's the only member of the stable. It's basically just there to provide her with financial backing.
That's an 11.
Okay, yeah, you get to ask 2 questions with no drawbacks.
I would like to know favorite battle mech and what should I be on the lookout for?
It would not be unusual to say that you were a short-range fighter, correct?
Yes.
I mean, you have a Gauss rifle, but that's about it.
I have a Gauss rifle and an ER large.
Sure. That's not exactly a highly efficient weapon. It builds a ton of heat for very little damage. Your opponent is in a Stalker 3H, which is juiced out with 2 LRM-20s and 2 SRM-6s. It's pretty much a missile nightmare to approach. Sure, it has 4 medium lasers, but, you know, probably not going to see a lot of use for that. Builds quite a bit of heat, but the real issue is your arena. You're going to be in Ishiyama Caverns, which means direct line of sight at the beginning of the match, very difficult. Someone who can pull off long-range missile bombardment might get quite a few unanswered shots. So, as you suspected before the match, having an anti-missile system might be a pretty good idea. Now, note that that only works on 1 pack of missiles a turn.
Okay.
You have to select that, and it builds heat while in operation.
Correct.
Okay. You can get one of those clan laser AMSs. I like them.
I really thought about putting the laser AMS into this build, but it just didn't work with the heat profile.
The key with the laser AMS is that you don't have to carry around 200 rounds of explosive ammunition.
Right.
All right. What else you want to do? What else you got going on?
That is it pre-match. I am ready to head into my interview.
Archdieter Mueller is in a mood. He's in a mood, you see. As you may know, Northwind is now an independent planet, and that pleases the Lyran Alliance, that it's no longer a Federated Suns / By the way, some people have been confused about this that aren't, you know, the highest up on Battletech lore. So let me just break it down real quick. Until a few months ago, there was a super nation called the Federated Commonwealth that was composed of the Federated Suns and the Lyran Commonwealth. One of the leaders of the Federated Commonwealth's siblings pulled the Lyran half out into the Lyran Alliance. The other half of it is still called the Federated Commonwealth, even though it's just the Federated Suns. So it can be used interchangeably. And normally, someone calling it the Federated Suns is being kind of pejorative or slightly racist. They're trying to demean the great power of the former Federated Commonwealth. Either that, or they're like a nationalist Federated Suns person who didn't like the Lyran Commonwealth / Alliance anyway. It's complicated in the Battletech universe. So anyway, Lyrans like that Northwind isn't a Federated Suns planet, but they also don't like that it's not a Lyran planet. Because you're close enough, kind of, that if you weren't in the Chaos March directly, you could technically bow down before the Archon. Also, your leadership has been a little iffy about working with the Lyrans, traditionally. It's only been a few months since independence, and they've basically, the Northwind Highlanders have said, the only people we're interested in fighting are the clans. Those are the only contracts we're going to take. Which has not served well for the Lyran Alliance, who are trying to snatch up every mercenary they can get to bolster their now weird defenses, since they're ejecting all the Federated Suns units and bringing back all of their own units. They're in a kind of a weak position right now, and the Northwind Highlanders rebuffing them is not popular. That said, Hunter MacGregor, always popular, just in a weird spot. So Ernst is not happy with Apex Dragons. Let me just say, Cosmos said some shit. That's about it. So when you sit down with the table at him, he goes, Hunter MacGregor, what is going on with you? Yeah? What is going on with you? Was ist lost?
Well, Ernst, I've been heads down for the last few weeks working on my my latest mech creation. I had a patron who was able to hook us up with some custom parts, and with the great technicians of Apex Dragons, led by our Aztec Jay, they helped us.
Jay's a real tech. Jay's a full tech.
Okay, but led by our tech Jay, they helped us get this new behemoth going, and I'm looking forward to putting it through its paces today.
This Jay, you're referring to the head of one of the Word of Blake splinter factions of terrorists, correct?
Well, I tend to try to stay away from the religious angle of it. I can say that they are a damn fine tech, one of the best that I've ever worked with.
All right, you can see he's frustrated because he really wanted to run with that angle, but he goes, all right, what can we expect out of your new mech in the arena?
Well, I've added another 10 tons under the hood. I've increased my laser complement using the newly released ER medium lasers. So I am now very effective at all areas on the battlefield. And of course, that extra tonnage gives me mech a little bit even more punch up close. Similarly, I still have Vest's supercharger. So even though I'm a 100-ton behemoth, I can make a running speed of 8 hexes. So very much looking forward to showing this off.
Could we be looking at a light engine, which we've seen in other Apex Dragons mechs?
You could look for that, but I chose not to. Chose to stick with the standard complement
you
of engine.
You abandoned them. That's just me saying that out of character. Glimo really wanted light fusion engines, but when he found out that he had to do something for them, he abandoned the idea immediately.
It wasn't even so much that I had to do something for them. I spent way too much time in Solaris Skunk Works going over, the pros and cons of what would happen and trying to get the extra
side criticals.
Well, not only just trying to get the side critical slots and not mount any weapons in my arm so that I can always punch.
Yeah,
it just wasn't going to work, and it wasn't going to be worth the extra few pounds of weight that I was gonna save.
Light engines will be there for season 3 Hunter and his light mech, ultralight 20-ton.
When I go back to fielding the Jenner.
No, I was gonna say a captured clan dasher. Go 25 hexes around, Yeah. So Ernst is surprised to hear about all this. He doesn't really understand what you're saying.
Oh, and like my previous Highlander build, I have a hot swap on the head-mounted weapon. For days like today, when I'm facing an opponent who's a missile boat, I have an anti-missile system that I slot in there. And then for just, your regular walking around Sunday, I swap in a small laser.
So we're talking about a custom-made mech using technology from multiple multinational corporations, including Vest, who only sell on Solaris, correct?
Correct. But
incredible.
All inner sphere steel.
All inner sphere steel. Amazing. Let's talk about the rumors that Chris Cross will not be participating in the upcoming grand tournament for Solaris. He has openly said that he intends to keep his rank, but there are rumors that behind the scenes he is preparing to move into another field of industry. He's uncertain of his future, not sure where he wants to go, but that the grand championship is off the table. He feels that he's too old to compete with the 20-year-olds who are making their way up the ranks. You are close with Mr. Cross, correct?
That I am.
What do you know in this regard?
Only what's been publicly revealed. I respect Chris a lot. He's always been very kind to me. We've done a lot of charity work together. But going after the Grand Championship is a big deal, and if you can't give it your 100%, well then it might be better to step aside.
Well, let me ask you this.
Of course, that's a personal decision, and I back Chris in whatever he decides.
The current Grand Champion, Wynn Goddard, won his spot after Kai Allard Liao has withdrawn from Solaris. Wynn is currently 34 years old, making him one of the oldest Solaris champions in history. How do you feel knowing that you are approaching that age? Hunter's like 26, 27, right?
I was gonna say, I thought Hunter was younger than that. Now I've got to check my character sheet to make sure that I thought we said Hunter was was 20 at the beginning of the play test.
Okay, that would make you 25 to 26 right now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're halfway to 34-ish.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
You're a little bit older than most of the people.
I was 34. I was like, he's not that old.
I mean, we've already discussed that on Solaris. If you're in your 50s, you know, you're a decrepit skeleton.
Right.
The only elderly mech warriors we've seen on Solaris are Lieutenant Colonel Shmal and Andrei Maximov, who was in like 90th rank heavy class or something like that. He was not great. But he's asking you, how do you feel knowing that you're about to start aging out of what's considered to be the Solaris Prime?
I fully understand that it's a young man's game, and I've only got a few more years to try to capture the prize. But I've made it into the bottom 50, and I'd say that I'm on my way.
All right. You know, I don't have that many questions for you, Hunter. You seem like you've really got it together compared to some of your stablemates. You know what? I do have a question. How do you feel knowing that you've been abandoned by clan mech warriors like Carl Delviller and Seth Kabrinsky, who have withdrawn their mechs from the stable, citing security concerns?
I've always had a complicated relationship with the clans. I had no love for them when I was growing up on Northwind, fought on the periphery for the last 5 years before coming back here in active duty with the Highlanders. Seth has been a comrade at arms. We've fought together on the field a few times. Carl's relatively new to the stable. I can't say I know him that well. It's got to be hard to be a planner on this planet at this point, given all of the things that are happening. I don't envy their decisions or their place.
Do you think Carl and Seth are cowards?
Anyone who steps into the ring and rides nuclear fire has a certain amount of bravery and a certain amount of craziness. So I would definitely not call either one of them cowards.
Are you saying they're crazy?
Well, so am I.
All right, he got his clip. Seth Kabrinsky, insane. Hunter MacGregor, more at 11. That's all he's got for you, unless you want to promote any material or perhaps a new product.
I would like to guarantee my victory today in the name of the Shadow Fox Mercenary Company.
Shadow Fox Mercenary, that's pretty weird right there.
It is pretty weird.
Yeah.
For all the help and support that they've given me in the last little while.
Okay.
I will be taking Human TRO, Jumping Jack, and Melee Master as my SPAs into battle.
Melee Master. All right.
I will also be starting the battle at 9 heat.
Okay. Why don't you walk us through this mech now that the audience is getting a look at it?
Okay. So this is my A configuration. It has the anti-missile system in the head. As I said, it also has Vest's supercharger in the center torso. It is fielding standard fusion engines, so all the engines are in the center torso. No arm-mounted ranged weapons. Still has a hatchet in the left arm, which when I'm at TSM will now do 40 points of damage. Gauss rifle and an ER medium in the right torso. Left torso is full of lasers, ER large, 2 ER mediums, a medium pulse, and 3 standard medium lasers. So I can have effective fire anywhere from 22 hexes to 6 hexes, depending on what the situation requires.
Okay. Let's get some dice. Your opponent, the Jaguar, rides in on her stalker. And we get this sort of sound of a jungle background. And the promotional video has like her stalker pushing its way through a dense jungle scene while firing off a sudden burst of missiles into the darkness of the night. And then there's light everywhere. There's lasers. The stalker is running. And it shows like a typical Federated Sons mechs, like a Vindicator and an Enforcer, like running through the jungle, and then both of them are hit by a wave of missiles and explode. And we see, you know, as they explode, the explosions are in the eyes of a Jaguar that's leaping out towards the screen. What do you got?
So Hunter is doing his usual. He's got the band playing. He comes in with his flying squirrel suit. He's got massive amounts of confetti cannons on the back of the mech that are just going crazy. The lasers are going off. And it's, you know, a big show with fog machine and that's what he's got.
Okay.
It's just a big cacophony of light and sound.
Let's roll some dice. Six. All right. Pick. I mean, whether you want
to pick top or bottom, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will take top.
Very well.
Top bunk.
I'm good.
Where did you come in? Okay. Very well. Can I come in here?
Yep.
Okay, I am gonna come in facing.
So that'll take you down to here. And it takes 3 movement to get down to there.
Actually, wait a minute. Isn't there? Yeah, there. That's. No, I'm gonna come in here instead.
Okay.
And it'll take 3 movement to come down to A.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it. 3.
6.
I don't move.
All right. I am gonna roll to engage Supercharger. I do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why am I upside down? All right.
Okay.
8 and facing forward.
11.
4.
Go ahead. You gonna engage Supercharger again?
Not this round. So I will only have a run of 6.
When did you do it? 3 or 4 rounds in a row?
3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. I don't move. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'll let you keep that 2 initiative, but I am firing upon you.
Oh, I didn't think we could see each other.
We can't. That's why I'm able to fire on you. I'm oblique attacking with my LRM-20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that was okay.
Didn't think that was a thing, huh?
You know, I don't play this enough anymore. I forgot about these weird missile SPAs.
What's your movement defensive modifier?
How does oblique attacker work?
You don't have to see the target, and you basically lob the missiles as best possible to the place you think they're at. So to take an attack, you normally need a spotter, but oblique attacker lets you ignore the splatter. To take an indirect attack, normally you take a +1, but oblique attacker gives you a -1 to it. So I'm basically just flat firing LRM-20s at you.
Okay. I'm gonna engage my laser AMS against the.
You mean your regular AMS?
Sorry, my regular AMS against
first one that hits. Yeah.
LRM-20s.
Okay. Well, it's actually just the first one that fires will get caught by it, whether it hits or not.
Okay.
Sorry, but what was your defensive modifier?
I ran for 6. So that is
6 is 2. All right.
2.
Oh yeah, that'll get you. You're at long range, so I get a +2. 11 on a 20 pack is 20 missiles hit. So first 5 are left arm.
Well, but
oh right, you -4 for your AMS.
Yep.
So 11 becomes a 7. Good call. Good call. 12 missiles hit. First 5 are left arm.
Left arm 5.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I might be hitting you in the back. My God, I actually am. Well, it's still your left arm, but next pack also hits the left arm. So thank you for that, you useless pieces of garbage. All right, you get hit in the back of the head.
I've got I've got extra armor there because of cowl, but I would think you'd be blocked from me because there's no.
Correct.
The up
I
is
don't
only
need direct
to
line of sight. That's what indirect firing is.
Right, but you'd be blocked. I mean, there's physically no opening to.
Yep, I'm curving the missiles.
Level.
We're just firing them like this into you. I'm inting, bro. I'm inting right now.
I'm just, but the only there's these. Okay, I didn't think that you could. I knew you could fire in between to the
yes,
top level because
those
it's
are
open in the middle.
Yes.
I'm just confused as to how the missiles can get through the solid floor to me.
So I'm not firing through a floor. I'm firing here to the tunnel that goes between the two of them. It's basically going up the tunnel to hit you. Well, if you're firing into the
tunnel, then it's going to hit me in the face, not the rear.
All right. You know what? I will buy that explanation. You will get hit in the front of the face for 2.
Okay.
Now, that will force you to take damage unless you'd like to spend the glory and do the move. You're an ex-soldier, right? So you probably have...
I am not an ex-soldier.
Oh, shit. Well, then. You will need to roll to initiate the... That's if you want to avoid taking the head hit damage or take a critical hit head hit.
Yeah, I will spend the glory.
Very well. It's a 2d6 plus instinct.
That's a 8.
You negate the pilot damage, but gain a stress.
Okay.
And that's the only time you can do that. Now I'm firing the second pack of missiles, which is not interrupted, and that's a great roll. And it's a 10 on a 20 pack is 16 missiles, so 5 center torso. 5 right torso.
5 right torso.
5 right arm.
5
these
right
arms,
arm.
man. What is with these arms? And 1 damage right arm.
1 right arm.
I am going to start inting. Holy shit. This was not... I mean, the head hit would have been great if it went through. But it didn't. All right. So I build 12. I'm good on heat then. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
You need to make a roll to stay standing.
I'm good.
All right. You had an initiative 2 earlier, which is not the best thing you've ever rolled. And I have an initiative of 8. So please feel free to move. I know you're about to supercharge.
I am engaging supercharger.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. 1, 2, 3. That puts me here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that was 5 hexes. I'm assuming that the tunnel only counts for 1 hex.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Wow, that's great. All right. I'm going to fire 2 LRM-20s. And direct firing, medium range. That will hit. 7 plus 3, because you're at medium, so 10 on a 20 pack is 16 missiles.
Did you take the 4 off of the AMS?
You're correct. That is now 12 missiles. First 5, right torso.
Right torso.
Left torso.
Left torso.
2 damage left torso.
2 damage left torso.
Second attack also hit. All 20 missiles. Left leg for 5.
9 clusters, all 20 missiles?
I have a +3 for cluster hitter.
Oh, okay.
She's just that good.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where was the first 5?
Left leg.
Left leg.
Center torso for 5.
Center torso.
Left arm.
Left arm.
Right torso.
Right torso.
How you doing there? I mean, you've taken probably just short of 60 damage, I think, and you look like you're just fine, actually.
I mean, it's all spread out.
It's like getting hit by 4 Gauss rifles. All right, you'll need to make a stay standing.
I don't have a shot on you because I don't have a blink attacker.
Do you even have a missile system?
No, I mean, I would.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to.
You can only oblique attack with.
But I don't have.
I think you can only oblique attack with LRMs and other long range. Can't even do it with SRMs.
You know, you're hiding pretty well back there. So yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
8 initiative. Good round to win initiative. If only I'd done so.
13.
Probably turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe not. I'm not really sure how you've angled yourself here. Go through the water area. It doesn't matter. I don't think you can get to me in a way that matters. And I'm willing to stand by that statement as I die. So go ahead. I don't move. This would not be the first mech warrior who I've... Just remember, you can't run through water.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
That was my plan.
Felt like it would be worth mentioning once I saw you counting through the water hex.
I appreciate that. Well, shit. Okay.
And you'd need to make a piloting check, but you'll...
I mean, I was fine with the piloting check. Yeah, I thought that I could run through water, and I can't. So, well, that bones me. I should have moved differently last round.
Yeah, I thought that your positioning here was a little weird. I mean, I mentioned that a minute ago, and now I'm realizing why. You forgot about that rule.
I did forget about that rule. I have a question.
Yes.
If I jump to here,
That's actually
and
the
I
ceiling.
see you. What's that?
That's the ceiling.
Oh, that's the ceiling.
Yes, those are support pillars holding up the ceiling. Yep.
Okay, never mind.
The answer would still be no, just to be clear.
All right, I'm gonna engage supercharger.
Well, shit.
Got it.
Did you? You supercharged last round, correct?
Yeah, so it goes up by 2.
2, right? So now it's 5.
I
Am I
thought
wrong
it
about
was
this?
no. It starts off with double ones. Then it goes to 4.
Yeah, let's just check real quick. On a result of a 3+, so it starts at 3 and then it goes to 5, 7, 9. So 4 is a fail.
Shit. Well, that sucks for me.
You're having some terrible luck, my friend.
All right. Well, I will spend my edge.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you for that, because I remembered the rules wrong.
Yeah, you would not want to destroy your own engine.
Right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Be less than 7. Sorry, be 7 or more. 1, 4, 8, 9. Okay, 9's good enough for me. I'm pretty sure I can't lob these SRMs, so I'm just gonna keep doing the LRMs. But if I can do the SRMs, let me know, audience. So I torso twist and I blast my missiles this way around into you. LRM 1 will hit. That sucks. You're still in medium range, so I go up to 9, then back down to -4 is 5 on a 20 pack. It's still 12 missiles, so I'll take that.
But I come with my AMS.
That's what I said. It goes up to 9, then -4 back down to 5.
Okay.
Yep. So it's just a 20 pack. 12 is pretty much the lowest you can go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Center torso for 5.
Got it.
Left torso for 5.
Got it.
Center torso for 2. Second pack is good. An 11 on a 20 pack will be 20 missiles. So left torso for 5. Right torso for 5.
Got it.
Head for 5.
I am going to use my hot dog move. Plot
armor. All right, let me uncheck it. God damn, you son of a bitch. What a great time to use it. Jucking another head hit. Hunter MacGregor's main character arc begins now. You still take the damage, of course, and then another 5 to left torso.
5 to left torso. I have a question. What angle are you hitting me from?
I'm hitting you head on.
Okay.
Yep. You can. I know it's weird, but we're technically looking at each other. Even though I'm firing over and around a corner. All right. Yeah, I feel like I'm done there. You will need to make another
ESR.
Yeah. I only have 3 attacks left with that LRM 20.
Okay. I'm good.
I mean, you're gonna one hit the Jaguar, so I guess I'm good that I've got so many rounds out. I have an 8 initiative.
I also have an 8.
Oh god, I need to win this so badly. I can't afford to let you in melee.
7.
Oh, I'm edge rolling for sure. I gotta. 7! No! What a waste of an edge! Roll again! 7!
10.
Oh, fuck. All right, your engine is smoking right now. You did supercharge last round, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you'd have to be insane to try to push a 7+. So probably you can't move 8 hexes. 4, 5, 6. But if you move 6 hexes, I'm still in a lot of trouble. And you could theoretically make 5 pretty easily. But you have TSM, which I'm not accounting for, which would give you 6 hexes of running speed, which would be an issue. Oh. Yeah, it's actually just in my best interest to try to force the fight somewhere that doesn't let you melee me or destroy me. Okay. Are you crazy enough to activate
I am not going
supercharger?
to supercharge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so if I'm shooting at 4 hexes, medium range for most of my stuff, and I have a +3, 6, 5, 4 for the LRM 20s. So what is the efficient heat thing to do? I'm super spec'ing using these LRM 20s, but now you're way too close for them to be useful. All right, well, they've really done their job. 4 medium lasers is 12. The SRM packs are another 8. That's 20 points of heat, which is my dissipation rating +1. Yeah, I could go with 1 heat. That's fine. I'm going to do 4 medium lasers and an SRM 6 double barrage. Okay. Then I'm going to eat shit. That's a miss. That's a miss. That is a hit. Center torso for 5.
Center torso for 5.
Left arm for 5. SRM pack 1 fires. It will miss, but it will chew up your AMS in the process. Number 2 will hit. 7 on a 6-pack is 4 missiles. First one is right torso for 2.
Right torso for 2.
Left arm for 2.
Left arm for 2.
Right leg for 2.
Right leg for 2.
Center torso for 2.
Center torso for 2.
That would have been 8 damage. I didn't do enough to force you to fall, which is a very serious flaw. Okay, you're up.
Okay, I am going to be firing Gauss, 2 ER mediums, and 3 medium lasers. Everything's at short.
Right, I'll be activating my laser AMS, which is a laser system that shoots lasers at your lasers.
2,
of a conflicting
1 for heat is
wavelength.
3, 4, 5, so I need 6s on everything.
That's disgusting and I hate it.
Gauss. That's a hit. Left arm for 15.
Are you sure you need 6 for everything? Because some of your stuff isn't at short range, right?
The only thing that's not at short would be the...
Oh, we are only 4 hexes. Never mind. You go. Ignore me.
Would be the medium pulse, and I'm not firing it.
Sure.
Am I... Oh, sorry. I'm on your side.
You're on my front side.
I'm on your front? Okay.
Yep, we have the marker over here.
Okay, so 15 left arm.
Yeah, you're in my front half.
Okay.
Yep, 15 left arm. I have it.
Okay. Next is ER medium 1. That's a hit. Center torso for 5.
Sure.
ER 2.
I'm glad
hit
that was
center
double
torso
ones.
for 5 more. And medium 1 hits left arm for 5. Medium 2 hit left arm again for 5.
That's internal.
1 crit.
Go ahead.
Because of TRO. Come on. Why are you not selecting?
There's an uncased ammo pack in there.
5-4.
I'm reading 4-5, which would be the ammo.
Okay, I mean, 4-5 for the ammo.
If you want to do 5-4, that's fine with me, but I'm looking at 4-5, correct?
4-5, yes.
Yep. Okay, so that's the ammo pack. There are 2 loads left in there, so that's 40 points of damage, unchecked. So 12 from 40 is going to leave 28, which is going to go through the left torso, and 3 more. Can you check to see if there will be another ammo explosion by rolling another critical? This is catastrophically bad.
Yes, 2 crits.
Okay, there is another uncased ammo in there, so go ahead and roll the 2 crits. You only need to roll 1 die, because there's only 1 set of crits. So 2 1 dice, and you're looking to get a 4 on either of them. All right, well,
4 and a 5.
That's it. I've only fired 1 pack of the SRMs, which means there's 14 in there. Which means, Alexa, what is 14 times 6? All right, the mech is dead, and the pilot is also dead.
Holy
she has
shit,
a point
really?
of edge. Never mind, she just ejects out. But yes, if she didn't have the edge, she would be dead here from an ammunition hit taking out.
Did she have 2 edge?
She did have 2 edge. I used 1 point. I thought for a second I was like, oh, only 1 edge. But then I remembered we're in the top half, so everyone has either 2 or 3 points of edge. Sorry, the bottom half. Yes, she ejects. I mean, her ejection seat basically slams directly into the ceiling and hurts her even more, right? Because it's only, she's only got like 10 meters of space before she hits the ceiling. So I'm just going to say she has 5 hits instead of 4. She's unconscious, undoubtedly. Her mech is now an 8 million C-bill paperweight, for sure. I mean, that was just 1 hit, and the left arm took out the entire mech. Yeah. If this mech, I mean, we could even check to see if it's stack pulse. But let's not. We've done that before. Let's not. This is going to be horrific, though. Yeah, I mean, you can keep shooting if you want to, but this match is over.
No, that's fine. Hunter. While Hunter does kill a lot of pilots, it's never really on purpose. So he's not gonna try to.
It's been a while. I don't know that we've ever seen an ammunition explosion like this. 2 uncased. So normally when there's a case ammunition explosion, it forces the vent out the back and it doesn't look as spectacular. Yep. This is literally the left arm Gundam exploding. And then as it does that, the left torso also explodes outwardly Gundam style. Then the middle of the mech explodes outwardly. The head pops off as the cockpit pilot goes out. And then the head is basically shooting fire straight upwardly. I'm just going to say that the other ammunitions also go off from the continuous explosioning. It's not great. Not great. Well, anything you want to do after the match? You can always skip your interview. You don't have to pay Glory to do that. You just get the bonus if you do so.
Hunter will go to his interview.
All right. Hunter, let's talk about what happened there. Looked like your opponent had complete control of the match until you showed up and one-tapped her. Is that an accurate description of what happened?
I'd say it is.
Would you say she's the weakest opponent you've ever fought?
No, I definitely would not say that. She scraped quite a bit of armor off my mech. Got lucky that with a couple of headshots. If I wasn't such a seasoned pilot, that really could have been the end of me there. But
that's right. When you spent glory, I was supposed to ask you what you did to make it look legendary. All right, let's have a slow-mo replay of that first missile hit to the head. What did you do that made you legendary in that moment?
So I think Hunter was just absolutely focused on the new Mech. It's actually pretty cushy in the cockpit because he does take
it's
a bunch
been
of
custom molded to your ass, so
and custom molded around his head so that it's less likely that he's going to take damage. Plus he's got the cowl there, which blocked some of the ricochet. So I think between all of that, there was a big fire burst and everyone in the audience was like, oh my god.
Is he
but then
dead?
it just the smoke cleared and like there was just a couple of little cracks on the cockpit glass and that's it, and he just stone-faced kept going.
Okay. Hunter, would you say that your victory here is indicative of the Northwind's spirit to remain independent from the Capellan Confederation? Was this a political match for you?
Well, I think that you could say it that way. I think that us Northwinders are very much looking forward to being off on our own now.
What do you see the fate of Northwind is moving forward?
We're in control of our own destiny. We're independent. We're some of the best mercenaries in the inner sphere, and we're going to take this opportunity to make a name for ourselves. Much as I'm making a name for myself and for Northwind here in the
reminds me,
bottom 50.
I gotta pay out Lord Prettybeard. Oh, he's one of the people I think that has. Oh, now that he's changed his name, I can send him money without an issue. Perfect. Do
I need to roll some dice for that?
I think so. Let's do it.
That's 8 plus 1 is 9.
All right. Let's see here. I believe that is you lose a stress at a narrative cost.
I thought it was,
reduce stress by 1 or gain 1 glory.
I will gain 1 glory.
All right. Somewhere out there, the millions of fanboys and fangirls of the Northwind Highlanders are just like, I like it when Hunter talks about the Northwind Highlanders. Some guy who's got like a Colonel McLeod poster on his wall, hand signed. Cat Sterling action figure is just now taking a pristine Hunter MacGregor box and putting it on the shelf. All right. He doesn't have any more questions or comments for you. Your GTG.
I am going to. I would like a ending scene. I would like to send a message to Arnov Schmid.
Yes.
And ask him to meet me at the Shield Hall.
He probably has the money to get into the Shield Hall a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he comes with like $2,000 cash.
I mean, I'm willing to, you know.
Oh, I mean, if you go in with him, you can pay for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's expected that you tip a little bit, just customarily, you know, like $100.
Yeah.
Yes. Pay a lot.
Hunter's always flashy, and he's always throwing money around. Especially after he wins a fight.
What's that song that's like da na 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 now? I don't know. It's like all my friends something something. I feel like that's playing as you go into the club here, into the
the one from the yes, I know this. Yes.
Yeah, we're both having a lot of trouble with this.
Yeah.
One. But that's what's playing as you go in. The two of you are walking in slow motion, right? And everybody's turning to see the rare appearance of Hunter MacGregor, new rank 40. I mean, you're somebody now in here. You're not just some young kid who accidentally stumbled in here. Rank 40 ain't nothing. What are you looking to do here?
Well, for one, Hunter wants to be seen. He wants to show off, but he also wants to take Arnov after we've had a couple drinks. He's gonna take Arnov into his private booth and
his alcove,
his little alcove, and close the curtains.
All right, it's got the Hunter MacGregor Northwind Highlander shield over it.
Arnov, have you had chance to have your friends look into the referee who's been giving me trouble?
You know this guy, Ibrahim Caribou? You recognize that name?
Only by reputation. I know he's... I've seen him in here a few times.
He's got some dealings with your stable, apparently. Been keeping a real close eye on them, especially Adam Kaseki. He's been asking a lot of questions about Adam. Then suddenly, a few months ago, he stopped asking questions. At that point, he kind of dropped off the radar for a bit. Officially, he's retired, but he's, you know, he's old guard. He's got quite a bit of influence still. Unofficially, he's the Solaris referee's fixers to solve problems like Omega Tanaga and Seth Kabrinsky. Well, at the time, he would have just been called Seth Ghostbear. You get the idea. He's the guy that solves the problems the referees can't officially touch.
Is he after me just to get to Adam, or does he have some beef with me?
I gotta be honest here. I'm not really sure. You know, I got some private detectives that I put on this, but he's a very powerful private man.
I see.
You should see if any of your other stablemates know about him or have any dealings with Ibrahim Caribou.
I will have to ask them. Perhaps this at the next Gladiator Hall meeting.
That will be this week, I believe. We're still working it out. It could happen. It could happen.
Might have been why I especially wanted this scene this week.
Now look, Hunter, once you defeat the Bombardier next week, and it's probably going to be more of what you just saw, you need to be looking out for yourself. You know, you could be looking at rank 31. Who knows where you go from there? I'll try to arrange fights against other close-range combatants, but they're going to be few and far between at this level. A lot of LRM work, a lot of long-range stuff. Are you prepared to challenge Chris Cross?
I'll tell you, I got sandbagged today, hearing that Chris might be out. I tried to play it off in the interview, but he never said anything to me.
Officially, Chris Cross is still ranked 7. You want to get to the top, and you want to do it in melee fights. He's pretty much the only way you're going to get close to Wayne Goddard. He's not the only way you get into rank 20. But if you want, 10 or less, he's the only guy who specializes in melee.
Aye.
Are you ready to fight Chris?
When the time comes, I'll be ready.
All right. Well, get your head straight, because there's only 2 or 3 fights between you and him. I mean, it could be some sort of season-ending special fight. Your finale, you versus Chris. Man, it'd be so weird if it worked out like that.
I thought for sure that was happening in the tournament arc next season, but
no way. No, he'll be retired. No, Chris Cross is your personal villain for this season. That's assuming you don't lose anywhere between here and there.
Right.
You just have to win without ever losing, And the instant you lose, it's going to be Adam Kaseki challenging you. Now that is a match I'd love to see. The two of you just melee-inting against each other, mauling constantly. Double head elimination knockout. Both of you just hoping for 6s. All right.
I need that second point of edge before then.
Your post-credit scene is a letter of orders from the Northwind Highlanders indicating that you need to report to the barracks ASAP. But what do you want to do with the rest of your time? Train with Brody, or perhaps train an intern?
Train with Brody.
Train an intern. Not Hunter MacGregor. Not this guy. All right.
Are we doing the scene, or is that
no? That's next. That's your next scene. Will be what's up with the Northwind Highlanders now. We're gonna check in with them. It's been a while, but let's talk about mech repairs. I don't think you went internal or critical anywhere. You managed to duck every single.
It's all
goddamn
armor.
Critical. So I think you just
Heathens by 21 Pilots was the name of the song that neither one of us could remember.
Thank you. So it's a custom mech with superficial damage, which is 2. You repair it for 1 personally. Mm-hmm. Does it have something that gives it cheaper to repair?
It does not.
All right, so it will be a 1 repair for this bad boy. Hunter's Highlander. Note, friends, that this is not Highlander on the repair list. It's way further to the right, and it's called Hunter's Highlander. Oh, I really managed to F this up somehow. 1 wealth. Have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. What about you? You got everything out that you needed to?
No, I think I got everything accomplished that I set out to.
All right. For folks at home, Hunter MacGregor requires a plot armor reset. Otherwise, he can't do that double head juke that you just saw him do. My God, what a pain in the ass, man. Could you imagine what a difference a +2 to all of your actions would have made on that?
Oh yeah, plus
it would have been horrifying.
I would never have gotten that first crit if I'd lost TRO, because I would have lost 2 SPAs.
Wow. Oh my God, Jaguar is going to be in the hospital for weeks, losing ranks. All right. I'm closing it down now. Always a pleasure. Glad we got that one out fairly quickly compared to some of the earlier matches this week. And yeah, friends at home, have a good time zone.